Let's go out to Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. There is Debbi Taylor for Game 2 of the series. It seems like, Debbi, Bob at FP and you and Ray and I are talking night after night about Danny Espinosa. What a year he's had so far.
He has been outstanding. I mean, he has been rock solid in the field. He's been clutch at the plate. You couldn't ask for anything more out of Danny Espinosa. And then this series here in Anaheim, it's really been fun for him. A homecoming, of course. His parents had season tickets here, he said, my entire life. So it's been really fun for him to remember some of the memories of coming here as a child.
My whole life, I grew up. My parents had season tickets my entire life, and I used to come to every game I could. I was always a big Angels fan, and I watched everybody play here, from Gary DiSarcina, Darren Erstad, Percival, Troy Glass. I mean, my whole life I was a big Angels fan, and I saw a lot of fun things here.
What was it like for you to take the field as a big leaguer against the Angels?
It was crazy, you know. I thought about it for a second, and I looked up where my parents were at, and I was like, I used to sit right there and watch every single game, and now it's me. I'm on the field, and I have people here watching the ball game that I'm playing in, and it was just kind of a crazy feeling. I had a lot of friends and stuff to talk to after the game. I said it was kind of crazy to see me out there, and it was fun though.
Danny, you have just been so outstanding from an offensive and defensive standpoint, but let's talk about your offense first. Any explanation for the way you've been clicking at the plate?
Just adjustments, trying to shorten my swing, and just really trying to get my foot down, not trying to make my movements too big so I could stay on top of the ball a little better. And then other than that, just same approach, just try to shorten everything up.
Are you inspired at all by Davey Johnson, knowing that at one point he had 42 home runs as a second baseman?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to do anything like that. I mean, that's a huge, huge season, especially for a second baseman. But yeah, he was, very good defensive second baseman. 3-4 Gold Gloves, and very obviously, offensive-minded second baseman. But yeah, I mean, it's inspiring, and I like having him around. I think he's a great guy, great manager, and I'm very excited to play the season out with him.
You got to spend a little time with him in spring training. What sorts of things have you learned from him over the years?
Well, in spring training, he just always told me you just got to slow things down as you move from short to second. Don't try to rush things. Your first instinct's going to try to rush a double play, try to turn too quick. And he always just talked about my footwork. Make sure your footwork's always under control, and try to slow everything down when you're turning double plays. And I worked with him a lot, and I'd take my ground balls, take my things. I'd do some fast, but then in the end, I'd start slowing things down to really work on the mechanics of everything to make sure it's all under control.
And Davey Johnson said he's not one to be easily impressed, but he really likes what he's seen out of Danny Espinosa, both with his glove and with his bat, and he said he's got a tremendous future. I know you guys already knew that. Johnny Ray, back to you.